Hey YouTube. I know it's been a little while, but with it's work, and I just haven't had a lot of time for videos. And when I did have time, I didn't have money. And when I had money, it didn't have the time. And then and the one or two times that I had the money and the time, it was raining or it was just too damn cold to be outside doing anything. Alright, this video is gonna be I bought obviously I'm not sure if y'all gonna be able to read that or not, but I bought a new Chicago Electric Power Tools benchtop router table with 1 3/4 horsepower router. And this is going to be the unboxing video and assembly. If there's time, I may take and cut up a piece of scrap wood. I'm not sure. Oh, and the reason that oven's on is because up here in this house, the heat's propane, and propane's just too expensive. So, and I don't live in here yet. So, anyway, that's why that's on. Just trying to get me a little bit warm because it's going to be either 28 or 29 degrees tonight, and it's already dropped in the low 40s, or at least that's I believe it has. I haven't actually checked the weather. But all right, let's get started on this video. I'm sure y'all done got a little tired of hearing me ramble. Okay. I guess we'll start off with reading all the information on the box. We've already read Chicago Electric Power Tools and what it is. But let's go ahead and read all this stuff. Smooth, straight cuts, chamfers, and coves are no problem with this sturdy router table. Get the router table and a high performance 1 3/4 horsepower plunge router for one low price. Depth scale for precision bit placement. Quick stop electric brake. Clear plastic guard for easier viewing. Rugged 19 gauge steel construction with sturdy composite tabletop. Dust collection ready. Covered safety switch. Well, we know most of that's going to be true, but this is Chinese. The smooth, straight cuts, chamfers, and coves not being a problem, and the fact that it's sturdy, well, we'll just have to see when we get this thing put together. I think smooth and straight and sturdy, I think the China people might take a different view of that than we do here in America. Yes, I'm being facetious, YouTube, just because I can. I mean, I'm in a good mood. It's Christmas Eve. Alright, let's use the Harbor Freight folding utility knife to open this thing. By the way, y'all, this thing, it does its job, but it's not that great. You can't actually open the thing without pushing the button. If you take your finger off the button to use the thumb assist, you can't really do that. So you have to, and it's designed for right-handed weirdos. I'm a left-handed weirdo. So I gotta pull it off my left side, put it over here in my right hand, press the button, use my left hand to open it, being very careful, of course, and then you got that. Anyway, it does its job, but it could use a lot of redesigning, like maybe some sort of ambidextrous design. Although I don't know why they done it, but it locks in two positions, straight up and like that. I guess to use it like a hawk bill for cutting linoleum or something. Alright, let's let's use, you know what, I'm not using this. Put that back here. Remember that pocket knife we glued the blade on? Gonna use it instead. Alright, let's see, now how in the world is this thing open? Yeah, another reason it feels so cold outside YouTube. It's gotten windy as everything out there. Well, I guess they meant for me not to get in this thing. They got it taped every which way. Oh yeah, taped and stapled. They meant for this thing not to be opened before it was intended to be opened. Well then, I'm probably gonna have to turn this box over. I set it up that way so you know the camera could see the all the writing and other goodies on the box. Okay, let's be sure that there actually is a water table in there. Well, it surely looks like there is. I see a great big yellow flame. That must be the router. The other channel I watched, the gentleman opened his and he didn't have a manual with his. I guess I got lucky. I got one, which I'll probably be reading that. By the way, I'm kind of new to all this router and stuff up, and I really have no idea what I'm doing with a router because I've never used one before. I never really had a lot of reason to. This is probably going to be a bunch of goodies, I hope. Let's see what we got in here. Well, let's see. There might be something else in that box. Let's set these over here out of the way. Oh. I know what this is. There's nothing else in that box. This is going to be which they're not supposed to be all apart like that, but they go around your router bits so that you zero clearance, so that you know, I guess no dust falling in or anything. But well, we're not ready for these. Let's see, we've got a number 24 wrench, which probably ain't really 24 millimeters. We've got a 21 wrench, which, you know, when you got wrenches sizes with China seem to be nominal, you know. I know the Harbor Freight Pittsburgh wrenches, they aren't all that great. This is one of the adapters for the collet. I bought quarter-inch shank router bit. So, you know, I'll be using a quarter-inch adapter. The video that I watched of a fella putting his together, when he put his together, this miter gauge, his would go in the track, but it fit real loose. So we'll have to just see how that works on this. See what else kind of goodies we got here. A handle and a screw. Let's see. A whole heap of black screws that I'm probably going to lose about half of. Another collet adapter. Sure wish I paid a little more attention to that gentleman's video to see if those had to be oriented in the collet in any way. Another handle. And the other collar adapter must, oh, wait a minute, well, I've only got 2 collar adapters. And neither one of them's the 1/4 inch one. This is probably going to be the metal doohickey that the clear plastic guard slides up and down on. I don't know what you would call it other than a doohickey. I sure hope the other one's already in the machine. I'll assume that one of those handles goes here with this, which that's the fence. I don't exactly know the proper name for it. Let's see what we got in this box. That's going to be the legs, which, all 4 of them together actually have a little heft to them. China might actually surprise me this time around. Let me get this out of here. They got it taped to a piece of cardboard for some reason. Now, there's nothing else in that box, so put that there, and that there, out of the way. This is the clear plastic guard, so that you can still see, but not put your fingers in too much harm, And you know what I mean. Okay, I think we're ready to remove the router itself. Under there. That's just a piece of styrofoam, so we'll just set this guy right over here out of the way. I'm gonna have to set this guy out of the way as well. I want to check that box to be sure that other collet adapter isn't floating around in there. The bag that they were in wasn't full or anything, so well, I'll see the collet adapter in there, so. They must have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to make all these weird shapes on these boxes. Okay, well, I sure hope that 1/4 inch adapter's in that machine, in the actual router. And it does appear that it would be. Oh, that was not supposed to happen, YouTube. We're going to go ahead and try to loosen it to be sure that actually is the collet adapter. And of course I grabbed the wrong wrench to start off with. Okay, that is in fact the 1/4 inch collet adapter. Good. We'll just put that guy right back in there. Put this guy back on. It was only finger tight, so that's what I'm going to do is put it finger tight. Okay. And apparently I've got something situated. Something's not quite right about this. It would seem. It would seem that. Oh, that's for the miter gauge. Yeah, let's see if the miter fits any better. It has somewhere between a 16th and a 32nd slop in it, which, you know, if you're trying to do precision things, yeah, I can see where that could be something of a problem for some folks, you know, but I don't think I'm ever going to be routing anything on an angle, so I'm not that terribly concerned about it. Plus, there's other miter gauges floating around in the barn out there that may or may not fit this track better. I was trying to monkey with it a little bit YouTube to see if maybe it had to go in a certain way, but I guess it doesn't. Okay, I believe first we should probably attempt to put these legs on. Or are they marked in any way? I don't believe that they are. Oh, we got a zip tie on it. This video may be in two parts because I don't have an SD card in that phone right now, so it's using the phone's storage space. If the video stops, I'll have to upload it and finish it in a part 2. I should have bought an SD card while I was out today, but I didn't. Okay, I believe all these. Let's see. There's one, two, three, four screw holes for the legs. So 4 and 4 is 8. There should be 16 screws in here for that. Oh, I'm fixing to lose about half of these, I'm sure. What I do? Well, I think I left my magnetic tray out in the wall. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Let's see. 4 legs, 4 apiece. Yep. Okay, that's going to be the screws for the legs. Okay. We'll start with one here. We have the screw, the nut, and the washer. The tiny washer. Well, tiny lock washer. Yeah, I can see this is going to get interesting already. I think I'll drop that screw in the hole. I did have enough foresight to get screwdrivers, because I watched someone else's video and knew these screws on. However, I'm not sure if they're the correct size. Not sure if I have the right size screwdriver. Oh yeah, the screwdrivers came from Harbor Freight as well. tell you, screwdrivers is something I have a hard time spending a lot of money on. Because, you know, you always abuse them like chisels and stuff like that, opening paint cans, and they always get messed up. So I just have a huge problem spending a lot of money on the screwdrivers. And the screw, that thing's got rough threads, so this is probably gonna get pretty interesting, YouTube. I don't believe that I have a wrench up here that'll fit that. Screws were only rough on the edge there. Well, I don't know, they are a little rough all the way down. Go ahead and spin that around where it's supposed to be. I hope I stick the lock washer on there. Yeah, well, I can't tell if I did or didn't. If it ain't, I'll go back and correct it later. And YouTube, I think we might have landed the first problem. Oh, there it is. Good. I know you guys are gonna have a hard time seeing. As soon as I get this leg on, I'll move the camera in where you guys can see a little better. Oh, I lost it. Let's go ahead and right there with that switch, you're putting yourself at an odd angle, and it's kind of aggravating to reach up in there and put that tiny little thing in there and get it started. All right, hang on, YouTube. Okay, YouTube, we're back at it. I just had to move y'all in so y'all can see a little bit better. I see that one guy that's always in the back row sleeping is still back there. Boy, somebody needs to give that guy one of them energy drinks, I believe. Yeah, maybe I should have went and slept a while before I done this. Well, I wouldn't be so tired. Hey, did we get it started? Probably not. Yeah. Well, if I can't get the screw started, we might just duct tape these legs on and call it good. Obviously that screw's not wanting to cooperate. Probably doesn't really need 4 screws, but yeah, better put them in there anyway. Finally, we got it started, YouTube. Good. Glad that's out of the way. Holy moly, that was annoying. Run those down a little bit tight. Other fella's video that I watched said that in his video, on his example of this, he said that all the bolts, none of his bolts were exactly loose, but he didn't really feel like they were as tight as they should have been. So he went around and tightened his up. I think with this, I'm just gonna, for now, leave it be until, you know, I've used it a little bit. But, you know, China's kind of famous for using the cheapest metal ever made by man. to put their stuff together. So, you know, kind of nervous about, you know, over torquing them and breaking one, well, stripping out a thread or something, you know. I want to show y'all up close on the next leg. Then I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and put the rest of the legs on so we don't waste. Y'all don't want to see. Y'all don't want to watch me struggle with each one of these screws. Well, I don't know. Somebody might actually enjoy it, but the chances of that person ever finding this video are probably slim and none. Okay, we've got 4 holes here in the same pattern. Oh boy, I hope y'all can see that. We've got 4 holes right here in the same pattern as the leg, and they're on all 4 corners. So, you know, we're fairly well certain that that's for the legs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this leg on. Hopefully that won't slip down and y'all be able to see that fairly easily. See, they're just bent sheet metal now, and it actually does feel pretty sturdy. And that's about as thick as the metal's actually about as thick as about as thick as a business card. I think they call it 19 gauge on the box. Really weird. I would have, you know, I never even heard of 19 gauge metal until now. You know, so that's kind of something new to me. Alright, set that guy right there. And of course it turns where you guys can't see. Well, I'll just hold it there. The washer. Then the little nut that's probably going to have funny threads that are aggravating the stuff. Well, look at that. That done started good, YouTube. I wonder if maybe I'm being a little too hard on China these days. Oh, don't fall over. You can fall over and break after I get you completely assembled. That would be my luck, YouTube. And of course, you know, I didn't buy the warranty. I'll try to put all the information from the box in the description, because I know some people kind of have a hard time understanding my glorious southern accent. But anyway, I'll put that in the I'll try to remember to put that in the description. If I don't do it there, I'll pin it in the comments. Okay, I think y'all got the idea on that now, don't you? There's 4 screws. You stick the screw through the hole, slide the lock washer on, run the nut down until it's sturdy. Which, okay, it ain't that sturdy because I've only got 2 in there finger tight. But alright, we'll be back when all the legs are on and we're actually able to stand this thing up and start the final assembly. Okay, YouTube, we're back at it. Looks like putting on the legs. Well, that first leg over by the power switch is going to be about the most aggravating part of this. And the phone just gave me a warning that the maximum size limit was almost reached. So we're going to go ahead and end this video, and we'll continue it in part 2, which as soon as this is uploaded, I'll start part 2. So it'll be uploaded tonight. Alright, Bye for now, YouTube.